Many years ago, I graduated from Pocomoke High School in Pocomoke City, Maryland. In fact, it was 1981. In 1981, I started attending Eastern Mennonite University. And that first summer, I applied for and was hired to work at Ridgecrest Baptist Conference Center in the area in and around Asheville, North Carolina. And I want to say to you that while I was there in Asheville, I picked up a book. Not this book, because this is a newer version of it, but a book called My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers. It's a devotional book with a reading every day, and I've used it off and on for the last many years. And I just felt called to be back in this book, and the invitation to me was to start using it again. And Chambers is tough. It's not basic Christianity, it's advanced faith. And he calls us to really deeply, deeply follow Christ faithfully. Chambers was born in 1874 and died in 1917. He was a missionary and a writer, and he died at age 43 while serving as a chaplain in Egypt during World War I. And on today's reading, October 3rd, he wrote these words: "The power of the saint lies in the coming down and living down." Let me give you a little bit of context. He's been speaking about mountaintop experiences. Many of you will know the song on eagle's wings, and it comes from the Psalms, from the Psalter, and it talks about how high we can go for God and the wonderful mountaintop experiences and how meaningful and life-changing they can be. But Chambers says life is not lived on the mountaintop. Life is lived when we come down from the mountain and live for Christ in the valley. Chambers quotes the Apostle Paul when he says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And we like to think that that's maybe overcoming the challenges of life, but Chambers points out to us that the things that we can do are sometimes those things which humiliate or disturb or make us look badly. Not just the good things. Sometimes those things that we never really want to do. I commend My Utmost for His Highest to you. It's a great devotional. I've picked it up and I'll probably go with it for the next several years because it has an accompanying book. It's here too. It's called A Daily Companion. And sometimes Chambers is above my thinking, and not in the sense of intellect, but in the sense of faithfulness and discipleship. We all love those great times filled with joy and laughter and happiness in life, but life is lived in the hard places, the difficult places, in the struggle, and yes, in those day-to-day experiences of joy. Another favorite hymn that I have is a hymn called "When Cross the Crowded Ways of Life." If you ever get the chance, listen to the Michael Card version of that hymn. It's accompanied on guitar, and it's just a beautiful rendition. But the hymn is written during the time of great social change at the beginning of the 1900s, as the 1890s gave way to the early 1900s, and industry and all these things are happening, and life becomes very depersonalized and hard for many. And we're reminded through that hymn that in the midst of all that, when the crowded, hard places of life occur, that Jesus is there. And that we're called to be there for others too. It's great to be on the mountaintop. It's great to laugh and have fun all the time. But most people don't live there. Jesus didn't live there either. Jesus lived in and among the people. He walked with people every single day. He touched people. And I think we are called to do that same thing too. So come down from your mountain. Enjoy it while you're there. But I think Chambers is right when he writes, the power of the saint lies in the coming down and the living down among all those people, expressing the love of Christ each and every day. May God bless your day, and my name is Dale Brown. I'm the pastor at Community Church, and I thank you for listening for these few moments.